Get ghosted less, get paid more. This is sales for nice people. Why does getting paid more fit in with the sales for nice people ethos? Well, it's very simple. Let's start with looking at the problem with being a good egg, an ethical person, an integrity-based entrepreneur who is trying to make things better by making better. The problem is that you don't send the follow-up you should be sending. You don't do the pipeline activities that you should be doing because you don't want to bother people. You don't want to be a nag. You certainly don't want to look like a pesky seller. So you have a conversation, you send your proposal, you send your PDF, and you wait. Because they know where to find me, I'm just waiting for them to get back to me. Yeah, but because of that, those people don't continue the conversation with you. They then don't buy your work. They then might end up buying from somebody who offers a completely inferior service, and you don't get the money that you need to sustain your business and to do cracking work for your people. As a consequence, you end up in the feast or famine cycle, where at some point you realize that I really have to go back and follow up with these people because I need a sale, we need to pay the bills. You then look at your pipeline, you see all these deals, you try to follow up and you go, hey, just circling back, just checking in, just following up here, did you see the proposal yet? And you get ghosted, and your conversations die and your deals don't happen. This is not how it should be. Good people should sell more because of their values and not despite them. This is the sales for nice people ethos. It's what everything is based on here, that the more you serve your people, the more buyers you land, the more you get to serve the people who have bought from you. Instead, we should use some intelligent reflection, because in your interaction with a buyer, you learn a lot about them. You gather all kinds of intel. You collect insights about their reality, about their world, about their challenges, their concerns, their goals, their fears, frustrations, their wants and aspirations. All that goes in here. And that then stays here because nobody takes proper notes and puts them in their CRM. And that knowledge that is there doesn't get used when it's time to communicate with people. Whereas, if you stop and you ask yourself some intelligent questions about what you know about these people, you externalize the insights and the knowledge that you have about these people and their challenges, you suddenly have a little map of what would be a useful message to put in front of them. By externalizing your insights, by putting on paper what you know about people, you're going to be able to write messaging that is calibrated, that in itself is going to be helpful and useful and is going to invite a response so that the conversation continues, so that you might end up with a sale. Now, in order to make this easier, to get you ghosted less and get you paid more, I created the DD X-ray playbook. It's a PDF with a whole bunch of questions. It is based on sales for nice people and empathy and understanding people, learning people. And once you take the time to go through the questions for each of your deals, you'll be able to send messaging that people will reply to, that they will want to reply to, that is going to make them say, thank you for following up with me. I see this happen all the time with myself, with my students, with my clients. Now, there's one thing, it's about this getting paid more. How does that fit in with the sales for nice people ethos? Well, it's very simple. When you use the DD X-ray questions, you'll discover that your conversation, your outreach, your messaging, your follow-up, your conversations in meetings with buyers is going to be far more centered around the problems and challenges that they have, the wishes and desires that they live with. You're not going to be talking anymore about the coaching program that I can run for you, the implementation program that my consulting firm can do. People don't pay half as much for a consulting program or a coaching program as they do for a better future. And when you use the DD X-ray questions to create your messaging, you're going to be talking to your buyers about the things that really matter to them. Their goals, their challenges, and their better future, their new identity, the way things are going to change. That is what people will pay really good money for. So, if you use, and you can do this for free, the DD X-ray method, you can get results like my friend Baitash, who went out and did some outreach, and within a couple of weeks, he landed more than 100,000 per year in contracts. I had a student who switched over a client from hourly billing to project-based payments, which is really difficult and which is really nice because he earns more per project and he no longer has to send the justification of his hours to his client. I have a business partner who had been looking at a client for years and never was able to make the deal even appear on the radar and in the CRM. But because of the DD X-ray methodology and the empathy edge, that lead ultimately became a client without too much effort. Another example is a friend who quit his job, said, can you help me find some new leads because I want to start out on my own? And on, I think, the first run, he landed a $5,000 a month consulting client. That is the kind of thing that can happen when you stop to thoughtfully process what you know about your deal and your buyer, and you create messaging that is relevant and helpful and useful to them. If this sounds good, and I hope it does, then you can get yourself the DD X-ray playbook. It's a whole bunch of pages. It is a lot of questions. And if you take the time to answer the questions and compose really good calibrated messaging to people, you will get ghosted less, you will sell more deals, and you will be able to make more money from each of the deals that you sell. The playbook is for free. You can get it if you click the link below. And if you want to talk about implementing the DD X-ray methodology in a one-to-one coaching relationship, there's a link to that below as well, or just schedule a call and we can have a conversation. Make sure you get the playbook because it's going to really open your eyes. I sent it to somebody this morning who said, oh my God, I'm going to have to build a CRM around this. It's that good. Get the DD X-ray playbook. This is Sales for Nice People. I will see you tomorrow.